Despite that expression on the face of the batter surprised him for height, I think, more than anything else. Backs away, makes room. Straight to Ridha. No chance for Fran there. Over completed after 7. New Zealand at 25 without loss.
Worried about gum problems? You need a gum expert, Corsadil. It targets 3 times more harmful black bacteria and creates a protective shield to help prevent gum problems. Thanks. Corsadil. Gum experts.
Good to see school children in the Mirpur Sher-e-Bangla National Cricket Stadium, especially on a weekday. The school and the BCB taking initiatives, make sure that they can come in and have a great time when this is the second ODI of the Dutch Bangla Bank series. Nahid Rana being introduced as first change by Mehdi Hasan Miraz pretty early, proactive. Looking for the first breakthrough. He's going to come in from the rocket end, the same end he was introduced from the first ODI. Step in place, so is Akali. Oh, straight away, pitches it up. A bit of a shout, give in. He strikes first up. What a change. And a wicket straight away. Now, are they going to go upstairs? Bit of a discussion in the middle between Nichols and Kelly. Star of the show with the bat in hand in the first ODI decides to walk off.
Decides not to go for the review. Nichols looked good first glance. Bit of swing. That looks adjacent. A big breakthrough. First ball of his spell. Important wicket for Bangladesh. Nichols departs for 13. 25 for 1.
Vitality is your health.
Decides not to go for...
Oh, what a change from Mehdi Hasan Miraz.
A big breakthrough. First ball of his spell.
Wow, what a change from Mehdi Hasan Miraz. Spot on. Bringing in the Chapai Nawabganj Express in Nahid Rana. Gets them, draws first blood, brings in Will Young. 1150s, 400s. Got the start in the first ODI. did not convert. It gelled together with Henry Nichols, who he's replaced.
Yeah, here's a look. Hawkeye. Good decision not to have a look at that, Nichols. I think he knew it. He looked to walk off. But what a breakthrough. First delivery. Rana. Good to see the ball swinging.
Add an extra fielder in the slip cordon. Miraz has 2 slips now. And he pulls the length back ever so slightly. There is hint of movement.
Yeah, we saw Nathan Smith the other day get some good shape for the New Zealanders. Bangladesh hasn't really swung so far. We've seen a little bit of sideways off the pitch. But it's a good first up delivery.
Either wind blowing, Nahid Rana's shirt. Moving as per that. Sun is hiding now. Off the mark is Will Young. But they've looked much more disciplined this morning, Bangladesh fast bowlers. First boundary came in the 5th over. Toriful, he gave away 1 run in his first 2, and then Nahid Rana comes in and strikes.
Yeah, they've certainly had a good energy about them. Oddly enough, the seam presentation on that delivery, not perfect, but still swung. They certainly have a nice energy about them today. They know how important this game is, Bangladesh. They need to win today to keep the series alive.
This time movement off the deck.
That made a good thud on an earpiece. Looked like it may have hurt.
What I like from Nahid Rana here is he's not afraid to pitch it up. He prefers to bowl back of a length, that hard length. Today, from the get-go, he's slightly pitching it up, slightly more, ever so slightly. That was the key to the success behind the first wicket. Deep fine leg, deep third, 2 fielders guarding the boundary. Tentative, because the ball's doing a bit.
The on song, there's the speed. Late 140s. Good seam. Good speed in his first over here, Runner. It's been impressive. He did fetch the other day a little bit, didn't he? But he's certainly turned up today. A little bit more of a bounce about him. Must admit, he's taken his time to bowl this over.
Good looking punch from the back foot. Straight to the field. So wicket taking over this from Nahid Rana. 26 for 1 New Zealand. Still Latham, Foxcroft, Clarkson and Abbas to follow. They rely heavily on the top order though. Delivered in the first ODI of this Dutch Bangla Bank series. Powered by Rocket, co-sponsor Nexus Pay. Shoriful from the Dutch Bangla Bank end. Back of a length. Now this is this is going to be a crucial period. Again, bowling in partnership. We've seen Nahid Rana find rhythm. Shoriful did well in the morning, but it's very important for Bangladesh that he bowls tidy from that other end.
He's been impressive again. Just the 9 runs from his 3 overs. See, changing ends here and on the money again. Will Young just faced the 3 balls. Used his feet beautifully the other day. Tried to create some length. On cue. To make a little bit of momentum for himself. It's a real strength of his game just the other day, and Foxcroft as well.
What that also does is plays tricks in the bowler's mind to try and deter the length of the bowler, upset the rhythm.
Yeah, it's exactly what he's trying to do. He's telling the bowler, no, you can't just nestle in and settle in on your length. That's good batsmanship.
First ODI, it's 10 overs, bowled more than 40 dots. Not too far away from that. Here today in the second ODI. I'm playing hide and seek though. Just that little period when they got the first wicket, Bangladesh, the sun was nowhere to be seen. It's nice and bright again. The Caps would be hoping they can... some runs going, underarm throw, quick one, but good running in the end. Good calling.
Yeah, extremely important. Running between the wickets. Use of the feet again, Will Young. Oh, he's pinched a single there. Might have been tight. Oh. But extremely important. 8 overs in here today. 27 for 1 on the board. Certainly been a slow start. It's important the Bangladesh team keep the foot on the throat. Made a very good start, but as we saw the other day, just leaked a little bit as the game went on. First look at a bouncer, slightly too high and wide. Saw the other day Nick Kelly climbing into what was a short ball, but it was his undoing. Dragged it onto his stumps. Then on that occasion, a little bit too high.
Trying out the different weapons in his armory. Shoriful. Intention was right, execution not quite so. Yeah, another short delivery.
That one looked like it bounced a little bit more. Second for the over. Yeah, good to see. Keep the pressure on. Looks like he's got a lot to say as well. It definitely bounced. Skipped on as it hit the surface. Maybe surprised Kelly a little bit. Oh, good height.
Probably was not expecting the second one on the trot. They exchange a few words. Oh, inside edge. Very pace from Shoriful as well. 9 done, 28 for 1.
Welcome to your crash course in saving on car insurance. The good people of Britain are driving around and suddenly they get hit with a nasty car insurance quote. That's why it's our job to stay one step ahead, bring them our best deals and save the day. Better off begins with Money Supermarket.
New Zealand captain Tom Latham winning the toss again and deciding to have a bat first. The bowlers, the Bangladesh fast bowlers in particular, have been on the money. Much more disciplined. Nahid Rana with the breakthrough in this previous over. Oh, surprises the batter in the air! First ball, wicket again! Nahid Rana again! Will Young has to go.
Extra bounce, extra pace. Rana, a wicket with his first ball of the over again. Just climbed on Will Young. Don't get many more simple catches than that. Grabbed the shoulder of the bat, and what a breakthrough. Too early. Will Young, he's got to depart for 2. New Zealand, 28 for 2.
Thanks. Maybe that's a long time point. Point আমার ডেপু কাজ হয়েছে অনেকদিন পর।
Got a wicket, the first delivery of the 8th over. He does the same. First delivery, the 10th, that brings in the Kiwi captain, Tom Latham, closing in on 5,000 runs in his ODI career. 26 half centuries, 8 centuries. Definitely a strong pillar, but he's there because of this.
Yeah, good piece of bowling. Extra pace, just bounced a little bit on Will Young. Tried to ride it almost. Unfortunately for him, grabbed the shoulder of the bat and a simple catch out to point.
Also important was that it was a well-directed bouncer, surprising Young. And then the idea was nice. He pitches it up again, but adjacent to the stumps, attacking the stumps. First wicket he got, first delivery of his first over was a full delivery. This one though was a short one.
He's been impressive so far. Just the 7 deliveries so far, but incredibly impressive. Good pace and with a lot more control than he had the other day. That tells the story. 4 with his first wicket, then slightly shorter with the second. Skipper Tom Latham to the crease. Batting 4 again today. I'm sure he's going to absorb some pressure here along with Kelly. It's important they build a partnership. Look to take this game slightly deeper. Very similar to the other day. This has a very similar feel about it.
Till calm and composed, the Black Caps camp. Well bowled. Happy to let it go, Tom Latham.
Very good, Nahid.
First ODI also, they got off to a slow start, but they did not lose the wickets. Today, Nahid Rana has given Bangladesh those 2 wickets, so it's a different challenge, slightly different. But Tom Latham is one of the most successful batters against Bangladesh, in this rivalry at least. 747 runs in 16 innings. Again, onto the stumps.
Yeah, Latham, very good player of spin. Very good with his sweeps and reverse sweeps. So naturally, when you come to the subcontinent, to be able to play spin, you need to play spin to be able to be successful. And he has done well against this opposition. It'll be vital this afternoon if New Zealand are going to get to a total.
And 4 dots after that wicket. Taking his time is Nahid Rana. Still, Mirage persisting with 2 slips. Again, very well bowled. Attacking bowling from Nahid Rana ends the first power play. New Zealand 28 for 2. $28 for 2. Well, they were doing fine, the New Zealand top order, till Nahid Rana was introduced. Ghazi Sohail signalling the completion of the first power play. Shoriful will continue from the Dutch Bangla Bank end. A punch. It's been even Stevens, but in the end, Bangladesh 2 wickets.
Yeah, it was a slow start again. Kelly went back-to-back boundaries. Nichols looked to be a little bit more aggressive as the power play went on. But we saw first ball, front of spell, full, and then the extra bounce. It's the undoing of Will Young. It's been an extremely good start from the Bangladesh players today. A must-win game for them. Those 2 wickets. The back end of that power play.
Different surface today, Hamish, and we mentioned in the pre-match show it has a bit more grass, seemed to have a bit more moisture.
Yeah, it's just seamed. We've seen a little bit of seam. Feels like it keeps happening to Nick Kelly. Feel like he's played some nice shots in between. But unfortunately for him and his side, he's found some fielders. He's been out there now for 25 balls, so he spent some good time there. Needs to build on it. A positive from that at the middle of the bat. Good strong position.
And pitch number 6 in action today. Seen some uneven bounce. Match day 1, the Dutch Bangla Bank series, the first ODI that troubled the batters. Not so much today. Tony Hemming there.
Yeah, it's a good bounce test, isn't it? And we have seen some good bounce. Been a little bit variable. That one certainly surprised Will Young. They've been on song. I've mentioned it before, but they really have been on song today. Good energy about them. And it'll please that man there on the right, Sean Tate, Bangladesh bowling coach.
He surely would be happy. Sean Tate, right, the fast bowling coach. He's an express bowler himself, but that brings into this management is he would know very well how to manage the likes of Nahid Rana, Shoriful Islam's.
Looks very chill there, doesn't he?
Yeah, a little bit off. That's 2.
But no one better to learn from. Young fast bowler than Sean Tate. What a slippery ball. Good Tate in his time.
Only the 3 seamers so far. Yeah, Latham, well, clearly indicating that he's happy to soak in the pressure. That's the need of the hour.
Yeah, he'll know. Again, the other day, the pitch got a little bit more difficult as the day went on, so he'll be hoping for more of the same. The more time he spends out there, the easier it's going to get for him.
Oh, Hamish, we mentioned the bounce. Mentioned how Nahid Rana's bounce was surprised. Will Young, I think it's more to do with the express pace that he offers. Came as a surprise. Bit on though, standing slightly close for Latham. of a shape. But another tidy over from Shoriful. 11 done, 29 for 2.
ভালো বল করতেছো আগের দিনের মতো ভুল করা যাবে না আর একবার কষ্ট করলে উইকেটটা পাইবা এই ভাইয়া ভাই এই দোস্ত আরেকবার বাইরে কোন না বাইরে যা ওয়েট তাড়াতাড়ি যা
28 for 2 after the first power play. No sixes, not yet. The second ODI, there were none in the New Zealand innings in the first ODI. Not necessary that it has to be, as long as, well, they got a win in the first ODI. Depends on the circumstances. Nahid Rana, bit of a leading edge. No trouble as far as the batters are concerned, though. All of a sudden, you hear the chatter around the batters.
Yeah, this is bread and butter for most lefties. Just surprised Nick Kelly. Hit the thigh pad. I hope he's got a good set of thigh pads on, because those thighs have been peppered in the last few overs.
Targeting the middle and leg with the short leg fielder inside the circle. With that pace, and if he gets the odd one to bounce extra again, surprise element is there.
He was very square as well. That man at square leg, almost slightly behind. That's that extra pace. A hint of shape as well to the left-handers. It's been impressive. Rana with the ball. Bowled a good pace. Look at that. 146 average speed.
Yeah, well bowled again. Putting back to ball, the New Zealand captain yet to get off the mark.
He's well and above. Fastest delivery, 150 kilometres an hour. He's been very impressive so far. But I can't stress it enough. They need to stay on top here. The Bangladesh side, they've got New Zealand in a great position. If they're going to restrict them, they need to keep the foot on the throat.
Oh, the defense was back on.
Bit of seam presentation there. Little inside edge from Latham. Looking at his partner to try and sneak a single. It wasn't on. Changing angles and being funky. It's back over the wicket to Kelly.
Pitches it out, looking for a Yorker. Maintains that line, bowling to his field is Nahid Rana. Just 2 runs on this one. New Zealand 31 for 2.
না ভালো চিন্তা ছিল শেষেরটা
Sudah